Here. Commissioner David Gammon.
Here.
Commissioner Phil Dodd. Commissioner Paul Johnson.
Here.
Commissioner Veronica Buchanan. Here. Commissioner Trey Gooch.
Here.
Chairman Alan McAdoo.
Here. Next order of business, approval of the minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I've reviewed the minutes and find them in order and move for approval.
Got a motion? Do I hear a second? Get a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Also on the agenda, we are going to move item number 4, one stop, up to item number 1, if there's no objections. Okay, first order of business is one stop.
No. One Stop is a building we dedicated yesterday, or had a groundbreaking yesterday. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, where's Mr. Kroll?
Lisa was here, way
there
in
you
the
are,
back.
way in the back. You're back there in the shadow. Come on up. I didn't see you.
I knew she came in.
I won't say what Carol says. Carol always says, I am standing, right? Just stand up, right?
Maybe you can give us an update on the groundbreaking, update on the building, or anything you need to bring up?
Well, yesterday we had the groundbreaking. We had a nice turnout from the commissioners. The mayor did an excellent job at representing us and speaking. It was a great event. We're excited that we've had it and that we're moving forward. I understand that they're giving us about 12 months to complete the project, and the Department of Safety, Jeff Long, he is so glad to be partnering with us and with the state and county. So, Mayor, would you like to join in?
Yeah, I want to thank. We had 10 out of 21 commissioners that showed, and all got to take part in the tossing of some dirt. That was exciting. But as I said when I first opened my words and my remarks, that we are providing a service to our citizens on the other side of the interstate, which has, Blackman has, there's over 40,000 people now that live on the other side of the interstate in Commissioner Gooch's district. And it got chopped up, I'm sure, in the recent redistricting. But providing that service to those citizens where they don't have to come downtown, where they can, it's one stop. You can renew your driver's license, you can renew your tags. Are you going to do marriage, everything you're doing here?
The motor vehicle department will be full service, just like you get here at the main office in Murfreesboro downtown. As far as motor vehicles, we'll also provide marriage license and passport services.
Okay. And you mentioned yesterday you're going to have an outside kiosk?
Yes, it's a 24-hour kiosk. So whenever, you don't have to come during business hours in order to renew your tag. If you need it fast and you don't have time to wait for it to come in the mail, you can come in and do it at your convenience. It's 24 hours.
That's exciting.
Very good.
I was going to say Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
It was a nice day. It really was. And I appreciate how we have all worked together. I mean, it shows a partnership and how we as Rutherford County government works together. And I'm proud to be a part of it. And I appreciate everything each one of you do. And have a Merry Christmas.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, next on the agenda, Goldstein Building.
Adam. Mr. Dodd.
Oh, It's in the back.
I don't know if he has any update, but we did have purchasing committee yesterday. He's motioning. He does have a few comments, but we had a purchasing committee. Can you give us an update on the windows as well? Yes, sir.
You want me to start with the Goldstein building?
Yes, sir. Goldstein's.
Where we stand at right now, I'm working with John Lee with Rock City. Reached out to him. We've been in contact for the last couple of weeks. He's been sending several questions regarding the building, detailed questions. He's still in the process of getting us that number that y'all are looking for. So that's still kind of where we stand with that. He's working on it, but we are moving forward. We're getting close. In regards to 20 North, we're waiting on that PO. The funds were transferred. That's going to be broken down into a 3-part payment schedule. So there'll be a $200,000 deposit on the windows made so that we can go ahead and order them. And then when the windows arrive, there'll be another $200,000. And after the installation, then he'll get paid the remaining $184,840.
And we were able to secure permission to have access on both buildings beside our building. The old bank that we recently sold, that they're remodeling into a restaurant and rooftop bar. We gained permission yesterday to get access because the side windows will need to be able to get access, and then our county attorney's office is on the other side, so they granted permission also.
Questions? Next on the agenda, Lang Agricultural Building.
The construction and the remodel is complete. Minus, there's 2 floor transitions that the floor contractor is having an extremely hard time locating to get a correct match. We've reached out to him as well just this week, actually, and he has still not been able to locate those 2 transitions. As far as the building, everything else is complete. We've even considered trying to go out on our own and locate some transitions that we feel like would work, and that way we could put closure to it. That's where we stand with Lane Ag.
Any questions? Hey, moving right along. What about community care?
Thank you, Adam. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Community care, I talked to Tanner, our director at the nursing facility, just about an hour ago. The contractor that has been with that Christie Houston grant, we've been remodeling one of the older wings, bringing it up to new standards. The contractor that we used, I think COVID took a toll on his business. He lost all, because he couldn't get in when everything was locked down, and lost all of his subcontractors, so it's been slow going, and he didn't have enough, I don't think, to get going again, and so we're exercising the provision to terminate the contract a third of the way through the project. So he is finished with the first wing of remodeling. I got to pay out what we currently owe him. We're going to go ahead and pay him out, and then we've got 2 or 3 other contractors that we've been talking to about coming in and finishing up phase 2 and phase 3, so we can complete the job, get the done, because basically it's cosmetic. There's nothing structural that has to be done on the 2 other wings, just tile, new toilets, etc., new flooring, paint, etc. So hopefully we can now get somebody in there, then get that done, we get those rooms filled and rented. That concludes the report.
Questions on community care? Next on the agenda is Veterans Associations.
Mr. Chairman, it's been a couple of months, I was approached by some of our local veterans here in Rutherford County, came in to see me, and they were expressing a need to have one common place in order to meet. I think they're somewhere close to 20, maybe, veterans organizations in Rutherford County. You'll see on your SharePoint their proposal that they have given. When I talked to them originally, I told them that we might have a possible opportunity for them in the old maintenance building over by our county archives, because our maintenance department is now moving over to Haley Road in the building that we currently own. We have been leasing that building to the state of Tennessee, to the Department of Labor, as long as I can remember, back in the 90s, where they've redone and remolded themselves in the way they do business, so they no longer need that building. It has a loading dock on the back, so we'll be moving out of the current location over by archives over to the Haley Road location. And this building that they're currently in will be empty, even though we just put this committee went ahead and authorized putting a brand new roof on just back in October, 1st of November. So it's got a brand new 15-year warranty roof with an additional 10 years on top of that can be renewed. So we had two groups that were interested in the building. One was Child Protective Services, led by former District Attorney Bill Weitzel, who was interested because they are in the old fire hall on Middle Tennessee Boulevard. The city owns that building, and they've asked them to vacate the building, giving them no rush or timetable, but they started looking, so they expressed an interest, came over, visited our current maintenance building several times. And of course, our local veterans is looking for a location as well. So they have the proposal before you from the veterans, but just late last week got a call from Bill Weitzel. Their board met, and their board voted not to go in this direction, so they withdrew their interest in using this building. And so that leaves us with our veterans who are here to speak and make a presentation. My recommendation will be what is in the proposal to this committee, and that is to lease them the building. All these groups will have one centralized location to meet and actually have some offices for their volunteers. And we could set this up through our county attorney. The lease agreement for 30 years at $1 per year is my recommendation to the committee. So at this point in time, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to call on Mr. Brian Morris, if you would move to suspend the rules and let him come up, and along with retired General Bill Hickman, to come up and address the committee and express the interest of all of our veterans, which I think it's long, long overdue that this county needs to step up and take care of our veterans in this community.
I hear a motion to that effect. So move by Commissioner Johnson, second by the other commissioners. All those in favor? Aye. Come
up. Chairman McAdoo, committee members, Mayor Ketchern, thank you for the opportunity to speak. My name is Brian Morris. I'm a retired naval officer. I'm the commander of VFW Post 4575, and I'm the vice chairman of CommuniServe, a nonprofit here in Murfreesboro. Our proposal is to convert the current maintenance building into the Rutherford County Veteran Community Center. The Rutherford County Veteran Community Center will afford the men and women of Rutherford County who have served their nation the structure to continue to serve their community. According to the 2018 census, there are 18,148 veterans living in Rutherford County, 7.9% of the population, and that number has risen since 2018. These men and women directly impact the lives of nearly 50,000 of our fellow citizens. The Rutherford County Veteran Community Center Leadership Task Force identified three areas that we could help solve, or 3 issues that we could solve. Issue number 1, the lack of a permanent meeting space. Issue number 2, the lack of centralization. Issue number 3, the lack of ability to collectively serve. Issue number 1, more than 20 veteran service and veteran support organizations are in Rutherford County. All of the veteran service organizations, except VFW Post 8422 located in Smyrna and the MTSU Student Veteran Association, are the only ones that have anything that could be considered a permanent home. The Rutherford County Veteran Community Center will provide meeting spaces for any veteran service organization that needs it. Our second issue, the lack of centralization, negatively impacts the quality of life for many veterans and can inhibit veterans from knowing the services that are available. This could lead to veterans not seeking those services. This central location will enhance communication, increasing coordination and outreach efforts to the benefit of Rutherford County. This centralization will lead to a better understanding of available resources to the veterans in the community. Our third and final issue, the lack of the ability to collectively serve. Each of the 14 veteran service organizations have between 100 and 200 members. Some groups have as many as 600, and this number grows every day. The Rutherford County Veteran Community Center will serve as a command center to mobilize these individuals to better respond to the needs of the community. In conclusion, these veterans are an untapped resource for Rutherford County, whose services can be mobilized through the Rutherford County Veteran Community Center to more effectively serve the community. The RCVCC will also ensure that veterans will have access to the quality services that they have earned. Do you have any questions? General Hickman, thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you for just a couple minutes here, sir. Thank you for letting us be here tonight. I just wanted to highlight, Brian did a great job. I want to highlight just 2 things I've observed here in Rutherford County. The importance of our veterans in our county is the first one is we do have excellent organizations led by excellent leaders. Our veterans are well organized, but they're separate in different organizations. And so I think this is a great opportunity to kind of bring that synergy together across the county as we attract new veterans and new transitioning service members to Rutherford County with their families to join our community through jobs and other opportunities this region and Rutherford County provides. And the second one is, if you look at the mission statement there, it really talks about serving veterans, and it's what this facility is going to help us do that better, but it's also about veterans serving their community. Because if you come down to the values of our military, there are many of them, but one of the most important ones is selfless service. And that's the one thing I think most veterans miss, is that service that they receive every day serving the American people. And they want to go back out, and when they come home, they want to continue to serve the American people, whether it be their local community. And I think that what this facility is going to help us do, if with your approval and your support, is to be able to bring the synergy of these 20 different organizations together to serve our community. So thank you for the opportunity to be here today.
Thank you, General.
All right, thank you. Call the committee back into order. Do I hear a motion to the effect?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a comment.
Go ahead, Commissioner Johnson.
As a veteran and a member of a veteran family, my 4 brothers and I, with 57 years of military service, this is a no-brainer, and whatever motion is in order to approve this, I wholeheartedly make that motion.
Okay, the motion is that we enter into a lease for 30 years for
$1 per year.
$1 per year.
Okay.
Second.
They've got a second from Commissioner Cook. I'm pretty sure all the other committee members want to second it also. So I don't see any objection. Any discussion on the motion? If not, call the roll.
That was for 30 years, correct?
30 years, $1 per year.
Commissioner Gammon,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Buchanan,
Yes.
Commissioner Cook,
Yes.
Commissioner Gooch,
Yes.
Chairman McAdoo.
Yes.
I got the first dollar.
You got the first dollar. Let's make one comment that really I feel ashamed because this is well overdue, well overdue. And if there's anything that we can do to help you in your project, anything you see over there that you need to come to us and need some assistance, feel free to do it, because we're here to help you.
Mr. Chairman.
Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Gentlemen, ladies, we have one more step. It will pass out of property management tonight. It will go on to the agenda of the full county commission on the 12th. When?
I think we,
13th.
Mayor, I think we probably need to send it to budget next.
Well, for the dollar. Yeah. Okay. So we'll have two more stops. All right. We're going. The chairman wants to send it to budget, so we'll go to budget committee, which meets on 6th. On January the 6th. So if we'd like for you to come back in case there's any questions, and then it will go to the full commission of all 21 to vote on. And at that point in time, which I don't see any objection, but it's just a formality we have to go through of the 3 hearings. And then the full commission will vote. At that point in time, it passes, then we'll forward over to our county attorney, who will be here that night, and ask him to draw up the lease. And we'll be in touch. I guess, Brian, you're going to be the point person? Okay. So we'll forward that information. Like for you, invite you back for both finance and full commission as well.
Especially the full commission.
Yes, sir.
If we can all possible, all of you be at the full commission, and I will make sure that the rule is suspended. And Brian, you can make a presentation like you did tonight to the full commission, so they'll understand what your project will be.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Long time coming.
Long time coming, correct. Okay, any other business tonight? I'd just like to make this statement. Since Bill Weitzel and the child advocacy backed out, so to speak, I would like for the county, based on the property management committee, to reach out to them and see if they need any assistance in what they're trying to do.
I believe it's already in the works, isn't it?
It is? Well, great. I'd like to
You want to come up and make that
come
statement?
up and motion to suspend the rule. Come on up and bring us update on that, because it's a very important project to me.
Yes. So I'm actually here as a part of the group of veterans, but I happen to know the Child Advocacy Center director very well because I used to work for the Office of Criminal Justice Programs for the state of Tennessee. That state department is looking to build a family justice center here in Rutherford County, and they needed a strong partner to be able to do that. So I spoke to Director Sharon DeBoer of the Child Advocacy Center. She was very interested in doing that. So they're going to be able to build a state-of-the-art facility that will not only house the Child Advocacy Center, but will also house any other victim service programs, law enforcement, DA's offices, Department of Children's Services, can all be housed in the same building as well. That's a 3 or 4 year process, but she's looking to make that happen here in the county as well.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Good, that's great, thank you. Okay, any other business to come before the committee tonight? Commissioner Cook. Yeah, we're back in session.
but Vanderbilt was turned down to build a hospital here in Rutherford County. So, along with several of us, got behind it and talked to our representatives and so forth. Now they can build their hospital here, and we're very proud of that. Because when you go to emergency here and have to wait 15, 20 hours, that's something else. We need some relief. And with the population of this county, we can support it. And so I'm very proud of it. Finish in 2026.
Okay, thank you. That's good. That's good. Any other business to come before the committee tonight? Not entertain a motion to adjourn. All right. Meeting's adjourned.